Welcome to Camaraderie, a channel where I try to figure out how old cameras work and just generally explore the analog photography process, and where I keep distracting myself with my spinning chair. It's fun. It's good fun. The clouds are starting to break. The sun is starting to shine. Let's go for a plastic adventure. Today's object of my personal amusement is this, the Lomography Fisheye. Apparently it's the first one, first model. They have a second one with stuff. I don't know when it was made, probably didn't look too hard. It's a plastic camera. It's a fixed aperture of, I think, f8, which is why I'm glad the sun is shining. Pretty sure I read the shutter speed is locked at 100th of a second. It's a classic Viewfinder all plastic camera. I'm just excited about this fisheye lens that it has attached on it. I've never really done anything with fisheye stuff, so I don't know. Let's load up a roll and see how it goes. Before we get out onto the streets, let's take a look at this plastic monstrosity, or tiny monstrosity. It is made by Lomography, who specialize in these kind of odd, funky, strange cameras, and I guess you'd call them specialty films, but they're basically just designed to look like expired film. I don't really quite understand the whole Lomography thing, but that's okay. That's not what we're talking about today. Now, the strap and the lens cap itself are this kind of like stretchy, malleable, rubbery plastic sort of material, and it's the same with this right here, which I don't think is supposed to turn. I did actually shoot one roll with this a handful of years back, and from what I remember, the results were pretty underwhelming, but yeah, we'll see what we can get going here today. It does kind of look like the lens is sort of starting to like break or come apart right there. I don't know, man. Bit right here is kind of almost like a pleathery substance. It feels kind of gross, so that's nice. Right here we've got a little toggle for your flash on or off. Flash is right here. Got the fisheye branding right here. Got the viewfinder right here, which surely they could have come up with a better design for this, because half of your viewfinder is just covered up by the lens. And on the bottom we've got the lomography.com branding, nice and raised, a little bit of texture. Right here we've got a little battery compartment. I'm assuming that's just for operating the flash, because there are no electronics in this thing. AA battery, pop that in. That increased the weight of this camera by like 50%, if that gives you any idea how light this thing is. Let's see, on the back we've got your film door, film advance, viewfinder, and I'm gonna guess that this little hole right here is the flash ready light. Got some dirt right here just because I've had this thing in storage and moved it around with me several times over the last few years. Really gotta like struggle with it to get it open. I don't know, that's just like a gummy, gooey sort of texture. Yeah. So inside we've got a oh cool, what does that do? Ooh, I guess that's the sprocket wheels. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I was wondering about that because I was fiddling around with the film advance right here earlier, and I was like, it doesn't feel like it's catching, and like I can't actually release the shutter. So I guess this will come into play only if there is film actually in here. So otherwise, you know, pretty straightforward stuff. It's not really much in the way of like a pressure plate or anything right here. I'm guessing this will keep the film nice and tight though. This little bendy, bouncy metal bit right there. Honestly got some pretty nice feeling foam right here. It's to keep light from getting in here. Let's see, I think that about does it for the inside. Go ahead and explore the rest of this before we put some film in. On top, we've got your film counter. It's a fisheye camera, haha. That's clever, very clever lomography. Here's your film rewind lever, nice and flimsy and dumb. I wonder how quickly I can break this. It looks super breakable, tight. I don't see a film rewind button on here, so I guess we shall see how that goes. Go ahead and turn the flash on just to see if it works. I'm gonna get the microphone nice and close just so we can see if we can hear the flash charging. Let's open this back up and see if the flash works. Maybe it has to be super dark. Yeah, see there's the little flash ready light right there. No, it does say, yeah, it does say that it's on. Maybe it'll only do it with film in there, or with the back closed maybe. This is not looking great so far. All right, well, let's go load her up and actually see how it goes. Loaded up a just like a 20 exposure roll here. I didn't want to really do a whole roll on this, just because I don't really care. It seems. Am I supposed to? Am I just? There's not really like any slot or anything for me to put the film into to catch it. Maybe I just need to just pull it over and close the door, maybe, and hope for the best. Let's try that. Well, this won't even close. So it looks like pure friction is going to pull this into the take up area. Let's close it and hope for the best. The rewind lever is turning, so that is a good it's a good indication of something happening. Film counter is moving, I think. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Alright, well, it's loaded and presumably functioning, so let's go see how it shoots. Oh wait, I want to check and see how the viewfinder looks. Like garbage. Yeah, like a third of it at least is cut off because this is in the way. Yeah, there's no really like indication of just where you're shooting or what's going to be in the frame. No parallax lines, no crazy visual distortion to show you anything about how the film is going to turn out. So, or no indication of how the negatives are going to look. So, sure, let's go ahead and turn that. Wait, I thought I turned. So this is, yeah, it's switched to off. I don't know why this flash ready light is still on. I don't know, man. Let's just go shoot with it. Trying something a little different today, and let's see how everything goes. This whole vlogging thing is odd. Also, it's really close to my face. Am I going the right way? I don't know. Downtown, gonna get some coffee, and then we'll take this bad boy out. Almost forgot. Now that I've had 6 shots of chilled espresso, time to go take some sick shots. So this is cool. I think my camera overheated while I was rewinding this contraption. So it's listed as, it's shown as on, right? Like you can see that it's on, and I turn it off. So like you don't see any information right there anymore, but the screen is still on. So I'm gonna just have to figure that out. I guess I'll just take the battery out. I don't know, man. What in the world? Alright, well, I hope my camera is just overheated and it needs some time to overheat, but yeah, it's the screen's not turning on. Yeah, we'll get back home and see what the problem is. Somehow I got the film rewound and the Lomography camera. I really hope my DSLR didn't die as a result of this dumb plastic little camera. We'll see. See this right here? My camera died. My Canon 70D that I've had for 7 years, 6 years, something like that. My workhorse is dead unless I can figure out some way to bring it back to life. So I'm shooting this on my cell phone, and that's okay because Liverpool won the league. We've won the Premier League, and I am honestly speechless and couldn't care less about this video that I've just spent like a week doing. And you know what? I'm gonna do the end of this video assuming a couple things about how the pictures turned out. I've shot a roll with this camera 2-3 years ago, and the results were underwhelming. So I have an idea of how the pictures turned out. Some of them are probably underexposed as a result of the only aperture being an f-stop of 8. Some of the pictures are overexposed because, again, the only aperture is 8 and the only shutter speed is 1/100th of a second, and I was out in the middle of the day. So I'm sure some of the pictures are fine, some of them are okay, some of them are trash. I don't think I got anything really good. I might have gotten something interesting out of this roll of film that I shot, and that's okay because Liverpool have won the league for the first time in 30 years. I wasn't born the last time we won the league. That's beside the point. I'm honestly having trouble containing my thoughts because Liverpool had won the league. It seems like we've come so close a few times that this crop of players, we could have a dynasty. Oh man, it's so good to be a Liverpool supporter right now. And I just wish that if things were different, if things were normal, which honestly I'm kind of glad they aren't. That's a topic for another time. If things were normal right now, I would be in no shape to make a video. I'm probably still not, and that's fine. Is Lomography a joke as a brand? I don't know if I would go that far, but I don't know. I don't want to get into this conversation, but it's like, I don't think it's serious enough if you're gonna be doing film photography. Not that I think that film photography is like this be-all end-all of artistic expression. It's just that, like, if you're going to be shooting film, then just do it right. Learn the process. It's like any other artistic process. To me, it feels like Lomography as a brand has... If Lomography gets people to shoot more film, that's great. That's awesome. I love that. But Lomography seems like a cop-out. It's like, let's throw everything that could go wrong when you're shooting film into one roll and one camera and call it art. I don't necessarily agree with that. It's I don't want to call this the worst non-rangefinder, non-SLR camera I've ever shot with, because it's not. But there's just this complete lack of consideration for what it takes to take a photograph. I don't know if this makes any sense. Like I said, I'm celebrating Liverpool tonight. That's why I'm not developing these pictures, but it's just... I don't even know where this strange orange camera is. It's somewhere in my house. I love film photography. I think it offers a lot that digital photography doesn't. To be fair, digital photography offers a lot that film photography doesn't. That being said, if a Lomography camera or film stock gets someone into the world of film photography, then that's great. That being said, I don't think I can take anybody seriously who doesn't go beyond that. To me, Lomography is just like kind of a money pit. It's like they have these 10 golden rules, right? Where they basically just say, shoot whatever and buy more of our film and our cameras, and that's kind of just how it... Like, that's not healthy, man. Lomography, thank you for giving me a wide angle lens to shoot with. I just wish that it was practical and useful. Honestly, you know what? Hats off to you. Maybe I'll get a wide angle lens for an actual camera after this. That way I can have this dynamic, this different aspect to my photography that I didn't have before, and I can actually control it and get what I want from it and get repeatable results and not have to worry about just shooting at f8 and 1/100th of a second. Because to me, that is a big old red flag. or a red card like Fernandinho got against Chelsea, which played a part in Liverpool winning the league. You'll never walk alone. Thank you so much for watching. Comment, subscribe, share. If you're a Liverpool fan, we did it. Y'all, we did it. All those hours on the training pitch that I spent with the lads, we got it done. If you're a Liverpool hater, go home. But just know that I can't wait to see you on the other side of whatever screen you're watching on, through whatever lens I'm shooting on, whether it's this or my DSLR, or I don't know, I might go mirrorless.